You are good at winning debates. You kind of look like a mean girl. Ew. Shockingly. Actually, absolutely not. Condescending Donald Trump. You have a picture of the Virgin Mary in your wallet. Hey guys, it's Lizzie. So today I'm going to answer your assumptions about me. This is a tag going on YouTube right now. I asked you guys on Instagram to tell me assumptions you have about my life. So I'm going to read and tell you the truth about me.
What if I made up my mind to rely on you? I thought I wanted it easy, but easy never needed you.
You are good at winning debates. Yes, my entire life I've been so argumentative, rhetorically powerful. When I was in high school, I was on the debate team. Then in college, I was a philosophy major. So I learned all about formal logic. So now when I debate people, I have a list of logical fallacies and I will call them out. I have calmed down so much though from when I was younger, which a lot of people in my life would be shocked that I used to be even worse than I am now. You want kids one day, but you don't want a lot. Wrong. I've always wanted at least 4 kids. My plan has always been that I want to have 2 biological children and then adopt 2 children. Because my dad was an orphan and had a really bad experience growing up with his adopted family. So because of loving my dad and hearing his story, I've just always had a heart for wanting to adopt children, and I think you guys should all adopt children too. And I super have baby fever right now because everyone on YouTube and Instagram is having a baby, and I'm actually at my best friend's place right now and she just had a baby, so I definitely want lots of kids. You don't trust strangers. Like, you are not as open with strangers in real life as you are on YouTube. Wrong. When I started my YouTube channel, that was true. Like, I was more vulnerable, more open on camera than in person, but because I got so used to being raw and honest on camera, now I'm the exact same in person. Middle school was your favorite. Actually, yes. When I lived in Indiana for 6th and 7th grade, there were 5 girls who were my best friends, and I was in the honors program, so I had every class with the same 30 people, and we were really close to each other. But my family moved to Florida when I was about to go into 8th grade, and my new middle school, everyone hated each other, tons of fighting, bullying. I didn't get bullied, but I just didn't click with anyone there. I hated 8th grade, and even once getting to high school, I had a lot of acquaintances and people I was friends with in different activities, but there was no one I would hang out with on the weekend or anyone who I talked to anymore. I did love my high school, like the classes, the teachers, the art programs, all my activities, but when it comes to having really close friends, Indiana was a lot better. And college. College was amazing. You travel for a living. This is really funny. Basically, I do, but no. The first disclaimer I want to say, I talked about this in the Truth About Me video where I explained that even when I'm traveling all the time, I'm working the entire time as well. And that's the thing about a lot of people on Instagram, YouTube, any influencer, even though we're doing photo shoots of where we're traveling to, we're working the entire day. I do get paid to travel if I'm doing a speaking event, so they'll fly me out to a different place, but also I do my own personal traveling all the time. I have friends in so many different places in the US. My best friends are the most important people in my life, and so I constantly want to visit people. You're engaged. No, I'm not engaged. My best friend was just asking me, she's like, I don't think you're supposed to wear a ring on this finger. Trevor actually gave this to me and I immediately put it on my left hand. So, but not yet. We're not engaged. You don't like to cook. Completely wrong. I cook every single day, baking, homemade. I'm obsessed with cooking because I learned to make homemade bread when I was like 5. So we made vegan tacos. I'm making banana pumpkin chocolate chip bread, which is my own invention and recipe. Eating healthy and cooking my own food is probably the second most important part of my life to my relationship with God, Christianity, all of my best friends, although all of that is super intertwined because I know I'm so valued and loved by God, I want to love myself and treat my body right and make sure that I'm not going to die young because I'm not eating healthy. I'm a vegan. I've talked about that in my videos. I hate processed food. You sometimes feel drawn to churches of Christ to bond with your family and friends. Actually, I don't. That's the former Protestant church I was a part of before becoming Catholic. I thought I would want to go back and attend COC, but it's kind of like an ex-boyfriend who you thought you would really miss and want to stay friends with. All the times I've been back to COC or any Protestant service, it just feels really empty. And I'm not saying it's empty theologically or spiritually, but I mean how the church service actually feels, because you're taking away all these physical reminders of Christ, like the sign of the cross and holy water and kneeling and the Eucharist, all of the Christian art and the crucifix and the creed, just all of these amazing parts of Mass that do not exist in the Protestant services I go to. Even the way we read block scriptures, there's just not that much scripture in the sermons of a lot of non-Catholic churches I've been to. IRL, you talk about religion most of the time. I don't mean that in a condescending way. I talk about theology and religion to every single person in my life, and it's not at all like I'm pushing it on anyone, but I find that most people, if you go into it with a chill, just listening, asking questions, most of the time when I tell people about my life, they just ask more and more and more questions, and they actually want to have a religious conversation. You're a city girl. Yes, I have become a city girl in the past few years. Where I live in LA is so urban. I can walk to grocery stores, to my church, restaurants, coffee shops. If my friends want to go to a bar or a club, everything we can just walk to. Right now, I love the convenience of a city. I love how I don't have to have a car. Your roommates make Catholic puns references now. Yes, my roommates have started making little jokes about Catholic things. You probably like pineapple on your pizza. Ew, absolutely not. You became liberal in college. Wrong. I was liberal my entire life growing up. My parents are super Democrat, so I was liberal before I got to college.
Hey guys, it's Lizzie. So I'm about to fill out my absentee ballot. First ever presidential election.
I actually became less liberal in college. I used to identify as a socialist when I was in high school.
Actually did a speech on socialism in my public speaking class last semester.
You kind of look like a mean girl, to be honest, but I still love you. No, I am really, really nice, and I love everyone, and I think everyone is amazing. I can get along with all types of personalities. I'm super social, go up to everyone, start talking to them. I think I'm really nice. You had really, really good grades in high school. Yes, but not 4.0. So I would get mostly A's, some B's. My sister, so the older sibling in my family, she had a 4.0 and went to an Ivy League, but I'm the younger sibling, so I didn't feel pressured to be perfect. You have a picture of the Virgin Mary in your wallet. No, I don't have any pictures in my wallet, but in every single purse, I usually carry a rosary just because I've gotten so many rosaries as gifts. So I decided to just have one in every single bag. So I guess on rosaries, sometimes they have a picture of Mary or Jesus or whoever. So not in my wallet, but in many of my purses, I do. You're super chill in real life. Yeah, I'm a lot more hyped, excited, energy, manic, so much energy. That is just my YouTube persona. In actual life, I'm a lot more chill. I listen more than I talk. I do have moments where I'm really excited and energy and happy, and if I'm manic, I'm manic, but most of the time, I'm really chill. You are a Swifty. Yes, I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift. I was just visiting one of my best friends and we watched the Taylor Swift concert for like 7 hours, like the one on Netflix. We would watch the same performance like over and over and over again and dissect the lyrics and like go back to the fan reactions. Your family has reconciled with the fact that you are Catholic. Yes, shockingly, earlier today I was hanging out with someone I was friends with at Pepperdine, and she was asking me if my parents are talking to me, if it's chill, and she was shocked as well from the last time I talked to her. So recently, within the past few months, things have really smoothed over and it's chill again. I was shocked. I thought it would take like 4 years to calm down. I assume that your friends or relatives ask you for advice in their life. Yes, just like how on my YouTube, I'm constantly giving people relationship advice, answering questions, listening to what people are struggling with. It's the exact same thing in my actual life. You like avocados? Yes, I'm obsessed with avocados. I do not like avocado toast. I think that's disgusting. I don't understand why people pay $11 for a piece of bread with a smashed avocado. This is homemade guac. I actually use the Chipotle recipe. As a vegan, I get so many of my fats from avocados. They have the perfect balance of omega-3 and omega-6. You drink a lot of coffee. No, I've never been someone who's been addicted to coffee and needed to drink it all throughout the day or every day. I didn't get into coffee until college when I was like pulling all-nighters and going on 4 hours of sleep to get work done. I go through phases where I'll have coffee every morning when I wake up, but then I'll go through like 6 or 8 months where I won't drink any coffee, and currently I'm in the no coffee phase. Over the past like 3 weeks, I haven't had any coffee. I just don't like the idea of being addicted to something, so I drink some coffee on and off. You don't like Donald Trump. Obviously. I think the definition of a leader is that you unite everyone together, and you're this exemplar of how to be an excellent, humble, loving person. And Trump has created extreme division and hate. He's the opposite of who Jesus was. I was reading an article in the New York Times recently about all these children in a town in Indiana who got these bizarre types of cancer as children. And it is because of a chemical that Obama made illegal, but under Trump's regime, it's legal for factories to use. It was kind of a joke at the beginning of his presidency, where for every regulation they added, they undid 3 or 4 more. Obama put so many regulations in place so that if a factory is using some sort of chemical that causes cancer in children, that is illegal. Before doing YouTube, you considered being a writer. Yes! Since I was in kindergarten or 1st grade, I wanted to be a writer when I grew up, and I actually have 2 manuscripts, 2 200-page books that are written. I will get those published and out to you guys hopefully soon. Creative writing was definitely my first love, and then I fell in love with video editing after, but I still love both so much. You practice yoga or a form of meditation? No, I do not do meditation. I don't even know what people mean when they say they meditate. I pray and I read scripture and I analyze scripture and I pray over scripture and I understand God more through scripture and I write out my prayers and I talk to God, but I don't do meditation. Comment below what people even mean by that. And I do yoga sometimes. Like I'll do YouTube videos or go to yoga classes, or I'll just stretch all the time, but I don't do yoga every single day. It's just kind of like an additional workout that I think is fun. 1, 2, 3. I assume you have a rockin' BFF. My best friend actually wrote this. But yes, my best friends are the most important part of my life. That's why I travel all the time, to hang out with my friends. Okay, so those were all the assumptions about me. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!